This one is about business, baby. Let me have one of these strawberries.
We're in the business of fun.
Mm-hmm. We're in the business of pleasure, and business is a booming. It actually has been booming. Our business of pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because we're disciplined about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's an interesting thing to be disciplined about.
Yeah.
The business of pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here. It's the Verrier podcast, Trinity Infinity, back at it again.
Yeah.
Summer 2022.
Cancer new moon.
That's what it is?
Our fave sign. Oh, yeah. 7 degrees Cancer.
Nice.
Yeah. An Arctic tundra under a setting sun. I think the Sabian symbol is 2 fairies dancing under the moonlight. And then the Omega symbol is salt statues and beliefs carved deep into a mine.
Wow.
So.
Damn, good shit.
If any of that syncs up.
Makes me want to be out late at night dancing.
Yeah. And we're going to rework the Sabian symbol and say it's 3 fairies. We're updating it. The symbols get updated, you know.
Oh, yeah, they have
They're just
to.
like channeled knowledge, so we're channeling that it's better with 3.
When that woman pulled down the Sabian symbols, she didn't know about thruples and that kind of stuff yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We got to pull down some new symbols. Speaking of which, Mare is doing readings now. This is a very special offering, I feel like.
The specialist.
I mean, I feel like it's starting to, like, people can get what we're kind of tapped into all the time now. You know, being around you, how you're just, you're a channel, and you have astrology in your back pocket, so it's like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I already have a few on the schedule, and I'd love to get more people on. There are 3 types of readings that I'm doing. You can do like a short 30 minutes or 45 minutes or an hour long, whatever floats your boat. And I try and get people to be specific with questions, but I'm obviously here for anything and all.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about that. I've been in such a hermit mode phase, so it's really exciting to me to think about getting out during this post-Gemini season. Venus is still in Gemini, so the conversation bugs are booming. You know?
That's a very useful offering because I feel like people could be like, how is my, like, Saturn return, I think, is a big question that comes up, and people you could by looking at someone's chart, you could see maybe some areas that's more significant for them, or
Yeah, we can talk about transits that are going on with you. We can talk about timing. If you want to try and time something, we can do a little bit of electional astrology with your chart too. There's lots of things we can do. You can just ask me questions about yourself, about your lover.
Ooh.
how your charts
I'll
match
be
up.
I'll be your private investigator in the cosmos. Maybe you have beef with your brother. Maybe you want to make a business decision. Yeah, I'm just acting as the moon. I'm just a reflective sounding board.
Cool.
Yeah, and it feels cool to announce it on this Cancer new moon, being a Cancer moon myself. And all this nice energy that's coming from Aries squaring the moon, which is bringing in some fire with the water. I feel very excited about lots of different things right now.
Yeah.
2025 is looking up.
It really is. Yeah.
I will say, as somebody who hadn't, like, I got my first reading in 2019 from a friend of ours, and I kind of went into it like a little, like, skeptical. And I came out of it with, like, literally this has been the blueprint of my life since. And then we meet you, and you just, like, fill in all the little nuance gaps and stuff that you can't do. Like, my first reading was a 3-hour phone call.
Yeah.
And it felt like 5 minutes. And it flew by.
Yeah.
And I was left wanting a little more, which you've come in and provided a lot more context for. And, I went from somebody who didn't even consider any of this stuff to now it's helped my life so much. It makes me have compassion in a weird way.
Yeah, I think it can make you have compassion for yourself and the people around you, and understand the temporary nature of the different shapes of time, and that it is always revolving and changing, and the days do feel different, and they will feel different.
Yeah.
And I take it more on a traditional astrological route where I acknowledge your chart is talking about people around you and things coming into your life and not just an in-depth psychological report on what's going on with you, which was kind of how modern psychology took its turn after Carl Jung and stuff and his influence over the collective. So that's why it opens up to being able to talk about your relationships and stuff, which can be really fun.
Oh God.
Yes, it trips me out when it's like, oh, you can look into someone's chart and be like, oh, you have a hard relationship with your mother or whatever,
Oh yeah,
you know.
definitely. Yeah, definitely the parental relationships, which go into romantic relationships, are all there, and yeah, there's a lot you can see.
Yeah,
A terrifying amount that you can see, really.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, like, you keep your channels open. Like, I feel like even if you didn't have astrology, you would be going towards this thing anyway. I feel like you read people, you know, I don't know, it's evidence. I mean, you're a musician and an artist and everything, but like you're very sensitive to other people and their stories, and I think you get downloads that are extremely useful. So I listen to you. So that's why I think it's such a sweet offering.
Yeah, it's really helped me in my life through some difficult times, and the astrologers that I've known and come across have been real gifts. So it's an honor to be able to be a sounding board sometimes for people.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So book Mare at mare.com.
Yeah, we'll put the I wish it was mare.com. I'm not there yet. We'll put the link in the description box below.
Okay, cool.
And then Mare the artist is my name on SoundCloud too, and I have some music out now.
Ooh.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For your listening
It's all
pleasure.
like unproduced and unmastered, but it's fun. I love getting it out there. It's been such a release on an emotional, spiritual, psycho level. Yeah, and it just gets more and more exciting as I do it. And I do want to acknowledge too, as I'm over here, like beaming with all of my sparkles, that there is a lot of heavy energy going on. Everybody that I know is trudging through a lot of mud, and I do want to acknowledge the collective and the darkness that I'm able to tap into at every moment too.
Yeah.
Not saying this summer is like easy peasy lemon squeezy, because it's not. But I think
It's
this new
not.
moon does bring in a lot of hope, and I think we got to ride that and siphon that as much as we can these days.
Oh
You got to
my
suck it up.
God.
You got to roll around in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta get fucking drenched in hope.
Yeah.
Fucking totally saturated.
Soaked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys are getting nice and situated in your summer under the sun situation here, which is cool. Finally got the roses in a pot.
Yeah. Well, I think we kicked it off really well last week with our new exploration.
2CB.
Yeah, what'd you guys think about that?
Ooh, man, I forgot for a second. Wow.
That's really why we're still buzzing too.
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know.
No, it does feel like, and man, I hope it's not, just the honeymoon period with a new thing, but it feels like it pops me into a new dimension. It really does. Like, just a quality that I think can stick with me if I'm disciplined about it. If I do the things I know I need to do for myself, I think I can retain that quality of seeing things.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. It's always scary and a lot of fun to try something for the first time.
Oh, man.
We were in my apartment in the Lower East Side of Manhattan.
Oh, my God.
So they finally came down to see me, stay the night. And it was really fun.
Oh, my God, it was the best.
Yeah.
Because, I have been, like, I miss the city, of course. I love the city. It's the most incredible place in the world. And the energy you tap into, the adventure, just pulling up on your block, Crack Central.
Oh, man, the Devil's Corner. I think there's going to be a fucking Mare mini doc from the Devil's Corner about what's going on down there.
Yeah.
Because, I just keep spinning around this, like, why do people use the substances that they use? And it's like, there's always this external context which places everybody in basically a role of innocence and a role of just, like, being able to deal with the oppressive matrix that you're kind of in. And anyways, the Devil's Corner has a lot going on that's very confrontational, I guess, and it seems like the density of the human experience, and it's kind of like all saturated right there, and you can look at it and you can look at suffering very obviously, but also like people that are so in the middle of everything, but on the outskirts of everything at the same time
Yeah.
too, mentally, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I've really like been able to detach, and I think that's also like never-endingly fascinating.
Mhm.
That's obviously what, Wooks is
Yeah.
so much about too, but
But
yeah.
but you're right. You live like, if you were to take one little 2-block slice of anywhere in America to be a microcosm for it, your block might be the place.
Yeah, it's a wild it's a wild
Because
place.
I mean, you have it's the diversity of ages and
Mhm.
races
Yeah.
and gendered identities and
Yeah.
where people are at with their consciousness.
Yeah.
You literally see like people like having their nice little brunch, and right next to them is a person shooting up, like a person
Yep.
going completely out of their body and out of their mind. And like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So, needless to say, it's just a little bit of the context of like Cass and I coming down to visit Mare. We
Yeah,
have this
it's not
new
so
drug.
comfortable or whatever. Yes.
Yeah. We have a new drug, which is weird because like I haven't had this feeling in a long time, but as soon as we got it, I was like, I want to do this. Like, normally when we get a new drug, I'm like, let's put that on the shelf and see how it resonates with me for a while.
Yeah.
This was like, I was like, okay, I want to do this and I'm ready to do this now. And Mare, kind of, you're always down. And it wasn't even really a question, you know. You were
Yeah.
like, yeah, I want to
love
do it too. And then we were like, Cass, is tonight the night? Should we just do this? And Cass is like, yeah, but she like looks at her watch. Like, if tonight's the night, like now's the time.
Yeah.
Because
and
we
then-
were on an empty stomach, which is,
Yeah, that is part of why that trip was so wild. I only ate a piece of toast.
us
And
too.
then we went on like a hour and a half long walk. Had a crazy time in the apartment. And we did our classic tradish of
Oh, Cass.
10 timesing the dose that we were supposed to have for a new drug. That happens every time we try a new drug.
Especially ones that like require such a little amount.
Yeah, where
I,
if
like,
you go like by
dose
the
it out.
milligram, you fuck yourself up.
Yeah. No, I dosed it out and I was like, I don't know about this. This might be a lot, or wait, maybe this isn't enough. And yeah, it took a second.
Yeah.
When you're doing a new drug, you really gotta. It's like, measure twice, cut once. It's kind of that kind of vibe.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy said there were 40 doses in what he gave us, and Cass was like, I think there are 4.
She's like, I'm pretty sure there's only 4 doses.
Wow.
And we're like, all right, this is fucked up. And we've done this on other drugs before, too.
I love that I
DCK.
questioned him before
Yeah.
I questioned myself. I'm like,
DCK.
We did the same thing with DCK, and it wasn't even you. It was Wes.
Yeah,
that
it was
time.
Wes. It's the spirit of the action.
Yeah,
Whoever
exactly.
is going to be the fool to weigh out the next thing is going to also be under that,
Yeah, exactly. It's so and I can't help, at least this time, but bring a little bit of that energy into the trip, because we're like,
Oh, yeah, you're like, because you were also like, the pills are different every time. And,
Yeah,
this
Cass
is
is-
a drug where they're like, a milligram will change your experience. Cass is like, could be 22, could be 25, could be tripping your fucking balls off, could
Yeah.
not be able to leave the apartment, could
Yeah.
be fine.
25 milligrams for this
Which-
drug is the high end.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
high end.
You're
I'd say
tripping
that's
hard.
close to like 3 taps of acid.
Yeah, yeah.
25 milligrams, yeah.
And which it's try weighing 25 milligrams of something. it looks like nothing. It
Yeah,
literally looks like nothing.
It's a non-amount.
Yeah.
And it is comparable to acid. If someone were to ask me what's the most comparable thing, it seems like acid's the most comparable thing. It's got a little bit of a molly nature to it, because it seems like the body high is more present maybe than acid. But I've had different experiences on acid where I've had really body highs and I've had very head highs. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about, if that's like astrological or the acid or where I was at.
Mm.
But yeah, it's a fun one. The visuals, which were way stronger than I thought they would be, because I don't get that many visuals anymore when I trip. Where basically the whole time things would like expand and contract, and the flashing lights of colors, and
it was pretty magical.
yeah.
Like exploring the city and walking around. I think we just timed it all perfectly. And my biggest thing is like, can I sleep? And I saw some people write that they don't sleep for like 10 hours after they take it. And so I was a little spooked because we took it at like 6:30 or something. But I've slept great. Slept fine, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty tired the next day though, I won't lie. But it wasn't like, compared to MDMA, which can have a little bit more of a reacclimation period
Yeah.
a few days later, I feel like this has been relatively gentle.
Mm.
That said, I do think this isn't one really to do more than once a month, from friends I have who have said that they like abused it in their younger years, and I think anything like weekly or is like a little excessive, especially when it comes to certain psychedelics or research chemicals or whatever it is.
That's too sacred to do weekly, I feel like. Right?
Well, I just think if you're a psychonaut, you're a seeker of a certain experience and high, and you're going to dull it if you do it that frequently.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to try and be righteous about it, but I think, it's like you want to talk to God, right? So you can't phone him every weekend. He's kind of a stingy motherfucker. He's like, only once a month.
Yeah. Well, we took it, and like Casa took time to weigh it out. We finally fucking got it weighed out. We take it, and then like it takes an hour and a half to hit you. Like
by hour 3, I was still feeling like I was getting higher too, which is kind of the same experience as DCK. And I don't know if that's
Same
just like
thing.
new drug kind of a territory, but
yeah, where you're like, how much higher can I get? This is
this
crazy.
is insane.
But we laid there for like an hour and a half when we first took it, and that
Yeah.
was probably the most treacherous part of it. Like just
The
all
come
of
up.
us, the come up. We're all in our own world, and in addition to just it being a come up, which is like can be tough. You're like, did we poison ourselves? Are we okay? Is my heart beating?
Am I going to be
breathing?
the first person to die on this drug?
Yeah, yes, exactly. Exactly. I remember thinking, my parents are going to be so mad that I fucking died like this. This is
Wait, you were that scared?
for a second, yeah. I really was. I didn't want to talk about it that night.
You got to
but, like,
surrender. Sometimes, like,
Yeah,
it's
I
just
had
part
to
of the
go
new drug
through it.
experience. You just got to be like, all right, well, like, whatever
like,
happens
what did we
is gonna
just
happen,
do? I'm
you
sitting
know
there
what
like, what did we just
I
do?
felt him go through that mentally,
Oh,
too, when he
no.
started to go through it.
I'm like, damn, we all three of us took the same amount at the same time. No one else is with us. No one else knows we're doing
Is
this.
that a professional move?
I don't know. I don't know. It just felt like fuck, man. I hope this is what it says it is.
Yeah.
And then an hour and a half later, you're just like, bada bing, bada boom.
Could I have killed us if I had done the 10 times dose?
I don't think
Probably.
anyone has died from this, but I think
I don't
we
think
might have
anybody's
killed
ever
each
tried
other.
that
I don't
much.
think anyone's ever tried that much, for real. Like I'm reading trip reports of like someone tried 40 milligrams once, and it was not good.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot stop thinking about Toad.
Yeah, that's all we talked about for the first fucking. That's the other thing. I had the Toad in me. Because we're talking about Toad, and Mare's asking all these very inquisitive questions about Toad all of a sudden. And
I
I'm
really
like,
want to do it.
yeah, I think it's calling you.
I know.
I think,
I saw a toad at Cass's just when we were last there.
yeah,
A big old toad, too.
yeah,
I said it's time for me to kiss the frog.
yeah.
I need to meet my Prince Charming in the sky.
Ooh. Well, that's a wild one.
Yeah.
But this
I'm-
was, I don't know.
But that's the thing with Toad. It's like I can get through 15 minutes of anything. 20
Totally.
minutes of anything.
Totally.
This is a crazier thing where it's
Yeah,
like,
hours.
I'm in this
Yeah.
shit for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like acid, but not as heady. Like it wasn't as existential. It was more just kind of like buzzy and beautiful and colorful and like euphoric. But I didn't feel like. I mean, it was a little heady, but not
Yeah.
as heady as acid is, obviously.
Yeah.
And it was like loving and things felt good, but maybe not as much as like it wasn't as loving as Molly. So it's like somewhere in between those two in a way that's like gentle and conducive to like a really, really fun night.
Yeah.
If you give yourself space for the
Yeah.
come up, I think, which we always do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm learning. Yeah. You got to always do that
You gotta give
for
yourself.
myself.
You gotta give yourself.
I'm going to go through a period of shaking and my eyes watering profusely.
And the optics of it aren't great, but
It's
you're
not
fine.
good. Oh, I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. My
But it's just
optics
like I
aren't
shouldn't
great.
be in public.
I'll be in a fetal position
I was
for
like
an
at
hour.
the other side of the apartment, and you guys were like, Cass? And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just absorbed
and-
into the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't worry about you
King's
for some
Throne.
reason. You know,
Well, if
You're-
I gave you something
you're-
to worry about, I'd probably be a little more loud with my needs.
your Earth Dragon energy translates well into like Cass like handles come ups. You know what I mean? I'm a little more thrashed all over the place by them. But then once I find the rhythm of that ocean, how to surf those waves, I feel like I'm one of the most fun people to trip with.
Definitely.
For the first few hours though, just leave me alone.
It does feel like surfing though, because I can't. Like I was like, I can't. I'm like, how am I? I'm having a hard time catching my breath. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I know that the point is to catch my breath, but like, what? Where is it? I'm like, I can't find it. It's, you know,
I
like
was
I can't.
right there with you.
I'm
yeah.
breathing, but I'm not catching my breath. You know what I mean? Like my breath and the wave is like a little.
A new drug is so wild now that I think about it. I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it even more, it's like it's crazy that we introduced this new thing to our system and we don't freak out. Like how did we not freak out? Like you're like
Yeah.
on the roller coaster clicking up,
Yeah.
clicking like, oh god damn.
Well, that's how you know your body has its own like emotional system too. Because like during that come up, I didn't go through the mental like, oh shit. I think because you went through it, I was like, you're holding that mental
Somebody
space.
has
I
to.
don't need to.
Yeah, I
But
know.
it's with my body is always this like period where it just feels like a lot more energy is asking you to be channeled.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a body thing of like just tremors and
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you had that a little bit this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you afterwards, there was a moment when I looked at you and I was like, oh, we're about to lose Mare. She's about to get in the shower now.
Drug shower.
Drug shower, like.
That's when you know I'm in it.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I know you're fine, but that's
Yeah,
how you
I
know
just
you're
need
in
to be
it.
in
Yeah, you'll just
underwater.
be sitting on the floor in the
Yeah.
shower. I've been in it with you in that sense. I had one of my favorite K-holes ever in some fucking weird Hampton Inn shower, sitting on the floor with you of the shower for 2 hours.
What a life.
Yeah, but you didn't do it. You didn't do it. You hung in there, and then I think suggestion number 2 of this drug, besides like have the space to have the come up, is have the space to have sex, because that's what it seems like this drug's made for.
Things feel really good.
I've never really experienced anything like it. We've tried a lot of stuff, you know.
Yeah, I would say it has aphrodisiac qualities and then enhanced sensual reactivity. Would probably be fair to say.
It's a very scientific take.
very.
Trying to keep it PG or something.
Yeah.
Sex is awesome, especially on this drug. That's the word.
I would take it as far to say as I think it could heal your sex if you're
yeah.
if there's blockages going on. I feel that this much more reliably than anything else I've taken
Yeah.
could heal your sex.
Yeah. It's like incredibly intimate. So
Not just go have sex with whoever.
yeah, I mean you can. Yeah, everybody has their own set of boundaries. I think it'd be hard for me to go that deep with a stranger. So
Yeah.
seems like great for couples. Like incredible. Take you to way deeper tantric places.
Yeah.
Literally
Couples and thruples.
different dimensions.
Thruples love it.
Thruples love it.
Yeah. 2CB. Otherwise known as Nexus.
Yeah, Nexus.
I love that we're this far into tripping and we're still doing new drugs.
It's
Well,
pretty sick.
2CB's been on the radar for a while. Have you ever thought about taking it before? Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I thought about it, but
Okay.
I knew it'd come along like the rest of them do.
Yeah. It's so sketch finding these things.
White
Yeah.
powder, yeah. It's pretty sketchy.
Yeah. It's like, okay, here's another white powder I'm about to take.
Yeah, I do want to try snorting it one time.
Really? Have you read that that's even a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. Hurts a lot, kind of like snorting Molly.
Oh, Jesus.
But it
But
cuts
it
you
hits
to the
you,
chase.
hits you like right away.
What if we put in like a saline bottle? I guess it'd be hard to dose your snort though.
It'd be really hard. I don't even know how you'd do it.
What if you put a little bit in a neti pot?
You'd have to put like this just one dose in each thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you'd have like 3 spray bottles and just do a dose.
I
per
think at
spray.
What
that
about-
point, just boof it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Just boof it.
Just boof
If
it.
you're
No,
gonna,
y'all, I
not
love-
you. You're fine snorting stuff. Cass is like, I don't
So
know.
are other people.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm fine snorting stuff. I haven't done it in a while. It's been a fucking while. Maybe this year.
We had our dance with ketamine. I really kind of feel like it's wrapped up.
Yeah. Well, it's diminishing returns.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and
It's if you don't get as high as you did at once. I'm not someone who's gonna chase that high. I'm just gonna be like, I guess you're not there anymore. I'm not gonna spend like hundreds of dollars to get to where I was the first time.
yeah.
Personally.
I guess every drug has diminishing returns.
I haven't felt it with Molly. Or acid.
Yeah, but the Molly is obviously because you're very disciplined about not being consistent about it. You give yourself enough time in between. And that one needs a lot of time.
Yeah, I
They
give it
diminish fast. Like,
Yeah.
even if you did it every month, you wouldn't have the same type of experience. And acid's got to be Because that just depends on your dose. It's not like, right?
You know what else has diminished returns for me?
What? Like-
Chilcagwe.
What?
First-
you could get a little
The
used
first
to
time I did it, it was so psychedelic. Now I just like do it like it's nothing. Same with Hape. Like it still affects me, but like Hape used to like, I used to be like all up here, and maybe I just live more in a grounded reality.
Mm-hmm.
That since the first time I did Hape, but like it used to just like take me to the ground, not just physically because it still physically takes me to the ground, but like psychologically
Oh man.
in a way that was like very unique.
When I first took Hape, I had never snorted anything before, and this guy blows fucking a bunch of strong ass jungle medicine up my nose. I was never a smoker. I never even did spliffs or anything, and all of a sudden I was being introduced to nicotine in that way.
Yeah.
And it was from the window to the wall. Sweat dripped down my balls. It was insane. It was fucking insane.
Yeah, that was my experience with it too, because I'd never danced with tobacco before, and definitely diminishing returns on Hape. I don't think mushrooms have diminishing returns. I don't think acid
No,
does.
probably not.
We're gonna find out with 2CB.
Yeah, this summer.
Yeah.
No, I feel like with the more drugs that I've done, that mushrooms have become crazier.
Yeah, we've had that discussion
That's
too, where it
true.
takes less mushroom for me now, where I used to be able to house like ridiculous amounts of mushrooms and just like go and do things.
And I
Yeah.
also feel like since I have done ayahuasca, when I do mushrooms, it's been a while since I've done ayahuasca, so I don't have that experience anymore as much with mushrooms. But when I was doing ayahuasca more regularly, when I would do mushrooms, I would go into like a full ayahuasca visual place, like where
Yeah.
it was almost inappropriate. Like,
Yeah.
we'd all be taking like, half an eighth, and I'm like this, like in full ayahuasca experience.
Yeah.
So I had to be a little bit more mindful about when and where I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. I do feel like you're just like aligning to that consciousness or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe even with Hape too. Like maybe we are closer to the tobacco spirit now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I certainly understand and respect it a lot more. I have my opinions about it. I know I've called her a jealous bitch, and I don't mean it. Yeah,
Jesus.
no, I know. But but doesn't it seem like, have you ever had that feeling with nicotine before? Where it's like, what the fuck does this thing want from me? Leave me be for a second.
It's
So
the
I respect
biggest
it so much
mistress
I don't touch it.
It's the biggest mistress energy I've ever felt off you. Like Sean's sneaking around and everything. I'm
It's like, oh, someone must have tobacco.
I thought you were gay for a second because you were like so hot on these guys, and I was like, what is with it? And you're like, they're rolling spliffs, and I was like, oh. I was like, wow, our life is about to get really weird if Sean's
Oh
into
my
guys.
god! Yeah, we were up
Yeah.
at Cosm once, and like, Cass had this fucking weird trip that I was like coming on to these dudes. They're cool guys, but like they're
Yeah.
young bucks. You know what I mean? They're not even in my league. And Cass is like, "What the fuck is up with you?" And I was like, "They're rolling up fucking backwoods, baby." I got the fucking itch.
Yeah, men really like tobacco.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Some women obviously really do too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's clear to me that she's really got a hold on men.
Yeah. We have other grounding factors that come into play in our life, I think.
Definitely.
You know what we should talk about
What?
for the kids' sake, for all the kids out there listening. We're talking about all these wild drugs and shit. Why we even do this, you know?
I'll take it higher level.
I think we could, you know, if we want. If you're not inspired to.
No, always.
No, it's really important because, as I've said, I've been thinking about this a lot. Why we do the drugs we do, and who you flirt with in life. You know, what you flirt with in life, and how it affects you, and how it changes you. And these drugs have been a clear tool of consciousness expansion for me, of human integration for me, of emotional purging, unpacking, and understanding for me, and just general spiritual alignment. They've been reflective tools, shadow work tools. This last experience is more of a positive, more of a trying to lay out more positive tracks for your brain to know how to ski down, get yourself to these higher dimensions and higher places. And as you come back down to earth, try and integrate them and hold them within your consciousness and keep these high frequencies up so that as we raise our frequency, we don't just affect the people that we're romantic with or around all the time or working with, but just literally you're part of the human consciousness and you're part of this planet and this country and humans in general. And I think we all have a much more profound effect on everyone than we are aware of. And it feels like a responsibility of mine. I don't know if it's because of my Sagittarius North Node too. I have this like traveling thing that I feel responsible to be a psychonaut. To kind of carve new territory and find new space and put myself through more times of fire, like spiritual cleansing, which a lot of this stuff feels like. Which I'm excited about the toad, obviously, and ayahuasca and
big fire energy. Both those toad, especially chariots of fire. Ooh, yeah. Oh, they're coming for you.
Yeah. So, yeah. You want to?
Cass, do you want to say anything? Yeah. First of all, amen, aho, ai, whoop, whoop, ay, 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 because that was really good. You brought down some good words just now. I just wanted to honor that and treat it like a prayer.
Right on. Yeah, psychedelics have been incredibly humbling and healing, period. I've gotten to know myself in a deeper way and gotten to appreciate this experience and of being human. And I feel like it's like kind of such a gift that you can be a human and I can be Cass, but then I can also be Cass on Molly and then Cass on acid and not Cass, more everything. And like, I don't know, I kind of just want to like, for somebody who's such a homebody, I like to like live the gamut of experiences possible, and it like allows me to do that from the comfort of like usually, you know, not having to travel far, and which is very valuable right now when inflation's high, you know. Let's go psychedelic exploring. But it's gotten me like closer with my friends and my lovers and myself, and I think that's it's had me have a better relationship with art and music and appreciating the range of experiences that people have, you know, that are different than my own, you know, like astrology. It's like a compassionate inducer. And we're all here together and, you know, learning, at least for me, like I always want to know like what is going on? Why is it like this? What, like, why are we like this? And kind of just like getting to this place where I've recognized that like our mission here, at least maybe not necessarily even my individual mission, but like what we can do as humans is like sing each other sweet songs to let each other know it's okay to be here, you know, and that it's safe to be here. And the better I understand what's going on for people, the better I feel like I can be mindful of like what I can do and like let people know it's like we're safe here. It's safe, you know, we're chill, you know. And that's what I want to do more of. Thanks to psychedelics.
It's why you paint those fluffy, cute animals. You know, just showing how safe it is. Cute eyes.
Well, it's just that, like, it's all good. It's okay, you know? I
It's
think
all good.
sometimes it's easy to forget that it's okay.
Yeah, we get very in the judging mind.
Yeah.
That is definitely one of the things psychedelics consistently seem to strip away, you know. The judging mind. Like sometimes when I take acid, or definitely this 2CB, I was like, I'm funnier than I normally can be, even. Because it takes away a layer of judgment where I'm not like laughing at things, I'm like laughing with them. And I'm in them in a way that I can like pull out punchlines that I wouldn't normally even be able to see or have access to, if that makes sense. But yeah, that was beautiful.
What about you, Shawnee?
Well, I'm just going to add on to what both of you guys said, because I agree with both those sentiments. And yeah, I mean, psychedelics have shown me who I am in a lot of ways, and shown me when I say we're living a psychedelic life, I mean I'm not even talking about drugs at that point. I'm talking about endless possibilities. I think that's what psychedelics represent to me. And we're all raised in a country where the veil is getting thicker, and your indoctrination is coming from so many different angles and just trying to constrict you and constrict what you're all about. And it takes a lot to see through all that and to stand up for yourself and to start to do the right thing for your body and for your community and people. And I think if it weren't for psychedelics, I wouldn't really be able to tap into kind of those deeper waters of connection and commitment to being a human that I think really mushrooms showed me to begin with, and everything else has just expanded off since. But I think every major change in our life, in our relationship, in my life, and my spiritual growth has been precipitated by a trip. Usually that's the way things get knocked loose, stuff I wouldn't have otherwise even known, So I just try to honor them and respect them, and I know that there's certain things I've done enough dancing with, and there's certain things that would probably have more work to do with, and I want to be responsible so I could take these things throughout my life, and especially it's one of the reasons Mare started off saying that we even have discipline, and being in the business of pleasure is have the discipline, do the exercise, eat right, get your sleep, drink lots of fucking water so that you can go and do these experiences and go to higher realms and not feel so trashed afterwards that you can't integrate it. So it has brought a lot of discipline into my life. I want to be able to receive without having to even take that stuff. So in order to do that, you need to have a kind of a clear vessel. So all this stuff has just been, I want to be able to keep doing it. And right now our bodies are young and can handle it. And I want to keep my body being able to handle it for as long as possible, because I know there probably gets an age when your body would hate acid.
Sometimes I think I've done a little too much acid for one person's lifetime. I was just thinking that today. I was I think that may be why I have some of the problems I have. But
yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't always come to psychedelics holier than thou either. I came to them through just being a total escape artist maniac who didn't want to be part of the earthly reality, because I felt very tortured by it. And psychedelics, without me consenting, unpacked my victimhood and showed me that all of my suffering, even though there were external things in my life that were really difficult, was a choice. And there were other things that came to me in different times, like the Tao Pu, that book when I got sent away, that really cracked my consciousness too, about just choosing to be happy in the face of bullshit is kind of the most extreme form of rebellion you could do. And I'm such a rebellious child. I really needed to have that be a part of my identity. And once that was a part of my identity, exploration became a part of my identity. Because just like you were saying, I was aware that there was so much I needed to unpack. So much being programmed into me that I needed to not be in alignment with anymore, to not have the suffering that I was having, but also not cause suffering.
Yeah.
They feel like a really fun and delightful antidote to the programming.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like a deprogramming, and it's kind of made me this crazy optimist,
yeah,
in the midst of what's going on right now with women's rights. And I understand that this is going to hurt a lot of people, and I'm not naive about that, but there is part of me that finds solace in thinking okay, this is a pendulum, and we're getting the women that I respect in this world are saying what was it? Decolonize
birth rights, or birth care,
yeah, birth care, because we do as women need to just look out more for ourselves. The government's not going to save us, and given how the high rate of infant mother mortality, and maybe even that there are safer ways to do an abortion that are more herbal and a way to earlier detect that you're pregnant, and the necessity to be more in touch with your body and in touch with your community so that you can offer safe pathways and resources towards women's healthcare could be a good thing for as a whole, and
definitely.
I guess that's where the deprogramming helps keep you stupidly optimistic. Maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, but
It keeps you zoomed out.
Zoomed
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
yeah, no, it shows you, it's the Neptune energy. It shows you reality beyond what you can see and beyond the bounds of what are already there, because that is the realer reality.
Mhm.
Anything is possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're able to tap into states where synchronicities happen on a faster level, and it seems like you're more in control of your reality because you're more aware of how your hope is directly correlated to the way that things go,
Mhm.
Yes.
you know, and your outlook. And that's really hard to hold on to in times like this. Like, it is doom and fucking gloom right now on a lot of different levels
Yeah.
externally.
Yeah.
And I do think psychedelics have helped hold what sometimes is delusional optimism, but ultimately always beneficial optimism.
There's a
Mhm.
certain
It's never
level.
not a good idea.
Yeah.
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 There's like a certain level of responsibility of like.
Yes, yeah. You gotta
This-
hold up the good timeline.
Yeah,
Or
like-
we're all gonna come crashing down to the bad one. Somebody's gotta hold the torch.
And that this is like a life of your creation in a lot of ways.
Yes, absolutely.
And
Yeah, you realize you get to choose your own adventure once you start taking acid.
yeah, because what we have power over
Mm.
is, like Sean always likes to say, like, you got to change the lens, not the landscape, you know?
Right.
Well, you can't change the landscape. I mean, that takes time. That really takes time.
It takes
man.
expert mode that you're not going to get just on psychedelics.
Yeah, so you got to change the lens. And the lens takes time to change too, and
Totally.
finding the right one so you can kind of see the reality that makes you want to stay here in your body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it takes a lot of failures to get there, and I feel like the psychedelics kind of introduce a layer of forgiveness that allow you to do that, allow you to navigate life and know that there's going to be successes and failures, and it's okay, and that the failures are their own successes, you know, and that they're shaping you and shaping you, like leading you on a path. So
Yeah, it reveals the non-randomness of life, which
Mhm.
is why people that start taking psychedelics usually become spiritual, even if they weren't spiritual at all before, because the connectedness of everything becomes so blatantly apparent.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, nothing about your karma will feel like a mistake the more that you take them. You know, you
Yes,
start to
yes.
understand
Well, you're experiencing your karma
just how
live.
deserving you are all the time, and it is live, baby, 24/7.
Real time.
Real time.
the karmic predicament you're in, you're like, you get to tangibly interface with it in
Mhm.
every interaction,
Mhm.
which is pretty wild, you know? And like, it used to be much more extreme when I first started taking acid because I was like
Yeah.
kind of naive to my karma a little bit more.
Yeah.
And now that I'm like kind of more aware, it's
Yeah.
like, it's more fun.
Right.
And like, I can have a little bit more fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for people that might not have even thought about this, karma to me is just balance. It's karma is literally a seed, and everything that you do here on this plane, you're planting a seed and will grow to bear fruit, and you want it to be sweet like these strawberries, not rotted at the core. So you try to plant good seeds and sow good seeds.
You get what you give, baby.
You get what you give. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the Bible says and old astrology says, I'll give you a day for a year, and I think that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you start on the spiritual journey, and it all becomes about, oh, I got to think all the good thoughts too, and not just say the good things. And it's all about like alignment, you know, congruency across the board.
Yep. Yeah. And that's when it becomes funny. Like that's when the
Yeah.
whole thing becomes hilarious
Yeah.
because you see yourself fall out of alignment
Mhm.
and you pay the price yet again, like you had normalized your whole life but weren't really tapped into.
Yeah,
And now you're tapped into it and you see yourself make the same old mistakes again and again.
yeah,
And then maybe one of those times you switch the pathway.
yeah.
It's like skiing a new path on the mountain.
Yeah, you
And at
gotta
first
cover
it's
that.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck what am I doing? Wait, is this okay?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, this is what it's fucking actually all about.
Yeah, it's neuroplasticity in action, and it might
Mhm.
not always be pretty, but once you know that there's a pathway, you can put some grease on the wheels.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah. That's why these drugs are important, is to show people new pathways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Advanced possibilities.
yeah. And because of the intention we have, as soon as stuff does seem to affect us negatively, It's so, or has any sort of diminished returns or dependency or codependency with it, it's so easy for us to cut it out because everything is about aligning to expansion. And if something is misaligning us to that, it's an easy
Oh yeah.
letting go, you know.
That's why I like psychedelics as like my favorite ally, I think. You know, there's certain drugs that don't seem to have your back as much.
Or they really want to have your back.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Or yeah, they're jealous
they need
bitches.
You to need them.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel like with psychedelics I got to get my fix. Like
Right.
When
Definitely not. I'm like, yeah.
you're kind of like, even this many times I don't go into acid confidently. I humbly like, all right.
Best approach to any of this stuff.
See what
is,
happens.
You know, get humbled or be humbled. It seems like, right?
What is what did who says what's his
Mike Tyson.
Abdi Asadi, who we had on the podcast, would say, if you're not shitting yourself, you're bullshitting yourself.
Oh yeah, when it comes to like ayahuasca and stuff like that, you know.
That's funny.
because you know, all this stuff, and that's we should preface this whole thing. It's like we love confrontation. We're not in this for comfort necessarily, given the life path we've all chosen. So, you know, I'm here for it. Like, these aren't drugs to make your experience more comfortable, I don't think.
No, they're
Yeah.
the opposite of dullers
Yeah.
and suppressants. They're absolutely very confrontational.
It,
Where are you at?
Yeah. Well, what happens is like you take
you thought
this
you were
thing,
here, did ya?
you take this thing, and all of a sudden your life goes on to expert mode, and you're like, "Fuck, I suck at this." And then after a while, you catch up to that. You know, you can live up to that vision that you have for yourself. If you hold those ideals as like you're hot in the highest form of your life.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives you new ideals too. That's a good another little.
Well, for like to the point where I'm like, did I even have them before? You know what I mean? Did I have guiding principles in my life, or did I just have a bunch of stuff I wanted?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
definitely.
Did I have guiding principles? Because just wanting stuff is not guiding principles, actually. You know, the way you might go about getting those things might be completely misaligned with who you really are. So, and likewise, if you're following your guiding principles, you might not even want those things anymore. So it tapped me into something much deeper that was at play that I've found, and this has become my religion, the more I honor, the more I serve the muse and chase the muse, I've found, the more the rewards are in this life. And the rewards come in the form of connectivity and service, constantly being called into new forms of service and new ways to show up in this experience, in this ever-changing world, you know?
You said it made you know who you are. Who did you find out you are?
I ain't shit. It's no big deal.
Word.
Like, you know what I mean? And
Word.
it's no big deal. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay. I'm just passing through.
Yeah.
And, you know, I guess I can convince myself I can leave a little mark on this place, but the best way to leave a mark on this place is just kind of by being nice while I do whatever I have to do here. It really doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah, so much of life and art is approach.
Yeah.
We think it's technique, but approach supersedes everything.
Yeah.
And it's just a part of the karma. You get what you give, no matter what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get your approach back reflected to you.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Not what you're doing, how you're doing it, how you're approaching it.
Yeah. And an awareness of that, and an awareness that I am just a point of awareness.
Yeah.
It calms me down, and believe it or not, it helps me be more in harmony with this earth. And it takes me out of a dominator mindset. And I think that's what's helped me and my family and our relationships the most, right? You know, that's the thing that's changed about me the most. I went from more of I got to go get mine dominator mindset to like, how do I live more in harmony with things and kind of see my art as the symptoms of me living in more harmony with things.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of other ways to expand your consciousness and be confrontational with life. And
Yeah, I would just throw out there your current practice of making music and exploring that realm and trying to pull things
Absolutely.
back is a way of my practice of running. It's
Def-
insane.
Definitely.
The repetition of doing the thing at the same time every
Yeah.
day, and you know.
Yeah, our relationship.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. My practice.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll expand you.
Oh man, that's the one thing that puts all the fucking psychedelics and everything to shame. You know, I would say psychedelics are my religion, but really it's this relationship. You know, the behemoth.
Yeah. Yeah, relationships are so wild.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll bend you and break you fucking much worse than any drug can. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Drugs wear off, you know. Some shit fucking
Yeah.
that goes down in relationships really doesn't.
And some people are like acid, and some people are like mushrooms, and some people are like cocaine. You shouldn't have them in your life.
Yeah.
They need you to need them.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you have diminishing returns.
I try to just be like that kind bud. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That shit that you're just like, I need to wake and bake that motherfucker.
Definitely.
Oh man. Just out here talking shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish we knew more herbologists, because I do think herbs are another really cool way to expand and commune and conversate. Even just different teas. I had a chamomile tea the other day, hit me like a freight train. I was like, woo, I'm relaxed.
Yeah, you're so sensitive right now.
Whoa.
Though, you know, like you see, like my dad is he's bombarding his system with coffee and kratom and nicotine and loud TV all day.
Cream soda.
Cream soda. So it's like there's so much that like a chamomile tea would not like I go to give him a microdose to try to calm it down, and he needs to take like 5 of them to feel even the slightest, you know. So it's I think it's good though to do like dopamine fasts and try to just like kind of figure out what works best for your system and the best things to eliminate. And honestly, the best is just not to be really super reliant on anything, you know.
Yeah.
I need weed, but besides that, I'm pretty good.
Agua.
Well, yeah, and
Food.
my agua needs to be drenched in sun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Food.
Oh yeah, good food.
Lots of things we need.
Is your dad home? Do you want me to try to wrap him into this?
Wacky Jackie.
He seems like he's there. I don't know. You want to pull him into this?
I could.
He could come say
I
hi if
could,
he
or we
wants.
could wrap it up.
I'm about to be in the sun.
Yeah, you're about to get it.
My day has come.
Yep. It's my best. It's been one of my best disciplines this summer so far. Starting when we were in Abu Dhabi is after running, lay in the sun for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, the sun is so wise.
Yeah.
It's got diamond starlight coats coming right to you
Yeah.
through the mind's eye. Kiss you, tell you you're special.
Oh. That last hit got me. I hit a blunt the other day. I mean, not hit a blunt. If you're going to hit a blunt, you're going to be smoking them all day, and that's what I did. And fuck, man, I'm so sensitive, Mare.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to do it this summer because I know we're going to get around these boys.
I know, and you're going to get seduced.
Yeah, but how do I do it? What should I do? Just say no? Fuck.
I don't know. Do you want to dance with the devil?
Nicotine is just such the dumbest devil dance that I could do. Pug love.
Magic.
Come here. Come here, you crazy animal. Oh my god.
Hey.
Sometimes she steps on my balls. What's going on?
What's going on? Does Jack want to be on here?
He'll come say hello.
Okay.
But I'm letting Magic say hello.
Oh, come here.
Pinnacle of genetic engineering right here.
Yeah. Aw. There you are. I like when she's calm.
Dogs are very psychedelic in their nature and how they ground you into earth and this realm and
Oh man.
make you appreciate the silliness in life and the levity as it's their
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
day every day.
Yeah, that's that. You can see like it changes Katie's whole demeanor.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell she needs these sweet little doggies around. Man, Mowgli, when Mowgli saw us taking drugs the other day, or not even saw us, he
Well,
felt us.
Yeah.
I could
you
feel
must
his
feel
whole
me.
like this again.
Yeah.
Like oh, they just took something that they don't know what's gonna do to them.
Yeah,
It
he's
was
very
so
disapproving.
funny.
He's very straight edge, you know. He's
He
very
is
disapproving.
Mowgli's straight edge.
He is.
Jackie, will you sit right here?
He is straight edge. That's hilarious.
A little closer, right here.
That video of the pit bulls after they ate edibles made me laugh so long or so hard yesterday, and it felt like Mowgli split into two dogs. You know, like
It's funny. One of them was having the time of their life, and then the other one.
struggling.
Oh man.
So cute.
Hey, Daddy.
Jaggy.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
How's it going?
Hi, how are you?
We're doing
Voicemail
good.
specialist.
Yeah.
Special air, I
you,
was gonna
you
say,
did our
but
new
it's not working.
voicemail.
Oh, how do you like that?
I love it. I think it's gonna help business.
As in, yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the only
Yeah.
reason
Yeah.
that I would try to interfere with your ongoing success. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
My voicemail's gotten to him for years because it was a half-assed joke,
Yeah.
and then you re-recorded it for me, and it really brought us such pleasure. It's
Good.
perfect. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, we love it.
I'm glad to hear that.
We love it.
Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to see, I don't know when Mare got up this morning to get up here, but
She slithers in and out. You don't even know.
yeah, I was like, is the car, maybe she went to the store. I don't
She went to the store for a
I
day.
don't know. Yeah. And then it finally got back to me that Mare went home. I was like, wow, how come, is she mad at me or something? She didn't say goodbye.
Like father, like
I
son.
didn't get my husband. Yeah, like father, like fun.
You guys are all over here
Very
just worrying if I'm
sensitive.
mad at you.
Yes, we're
very,
sensitive.
very sensitive, but only to certain people that we care and love, you know. And that includes everybody. We love y'all.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm quite proud of Cass
Yeah.
and Sean and Mare for contributing to the success of Very 8 Productions. In particular, Cass, because she does all the office work, opens the envelopes,
MVP.
pays the bill, much like my wife.
Yes.
My wife is just very organized, knows where everything is constantly rearranging things, and you know, I feel like such an idiot, you know, asking, oh, where is that folder? I told you 3 days ago, you know, and
They still
I
have
can't.
folders and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, we still have
Yeah.
all that, the old stuff where you write down,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, Cass is organized. It keeps the business on the tracks.
It's a powerhouse.
yeah,
It keeps the business on the tracks.
Yeah. And with regards to the new voicemail, I think that
Yeah.
that would encourage people to call back or to leave a voicemail,
Yeah.
you know?
I think people could
And
hear that
I
voicemail and just give
know-
us the job.
And I know
think
Cass
so.
is not going to, like, slow down. She's going to get right back to those people.
Yeah.
And that's the thing you want. You
Absolutely.
want Cass's voice.
Yeah.
And I've
Definitely.
heard her, I've seen her in action before. She knows what's going down.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trips arranged, that's done. I mean,
Yeah.
she does everything, and I'm very, very, well, I love her. You
Yeah.
know, I love her. And I love Mare, too. Mare's a new, loves a new member of the family. I mean,
She
love,
fits right
listen
in.
to me. Yes, Mare's a new member of the family, and,
Marin Mosby.
oh, yeah. Yeah, Mowgli is quite a beast, and but a gentle beast, like a gentle giant. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
gentle giant.
Yeah.
Did you ever, by the way, know about that group called Gentle Giant?
No. thought you were about to talk about Three Dog Night.
No, Gentle Giant.
I haven't heard them yet. I might have heard them, but I don't have any of their records. I don't.
Yeah.
Not that I know of.
Gentle Giant. When I said that, it clicked in my mind that we used to be into Gentle Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
We're
And
gonna
I
have
know
to-
you're the kind of guy that's gonna go find out.
Oh yeah.
You know who are these people?
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, you've turned me on to all the music that the people that listen to us and that are on our Patreon listen to our radio show, and all of it comes from you and the roots. You know.
Yeah.
The music that I grew up hearing in the car. And,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Eric Clapton, Electric Light Orchestra.
Oh my
Jackson
God.
Browne,
Jackson
Mountain.
Brown, Mountain.
You know.
Yeah.
All just the classics.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely.
The best stuff. Elton John.
And I'm so glad that I got you to probably more ball games, pro ball games than concerts, but we went to some pretty good concerts together.
Oh yeah.
I know.
Yeah, you took me.
Elton John, Eric Clapton
Yep.
at Shea Stadium
That was awesome.
when it was before it was City Field.
Yeah, that was incredible.
That was cool.
And then I remember I
And
won.
there was no changing of the consciousness. I wasn't.
you were
I
sober.
I was quite sober.
Yeah.
And helping people. That was my job.
Yeah.
And it's proven out to be pretty. I'm glad I'm alive.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing things progress, and I'm loving who you're loving,
Yeah.
and opening my heart to my heart's open to the next door neighbor who
Yeah. Fucks with
hates
us.
my guts.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You just remain open-hearted and
yeah.
just try to be a good guy.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do. And I thank you for putting the headphones on me and letting me.
I mean, the people are curious of how you're doing. You know, that the podcast we did with you is one of our biggest hits. You know, and that was just the tip
You're
of the
such
iceberg.
a bullshit artist, man.
It's not. It's
It's not a
true.
lie.
No,
No.
it is. It's a big hit. I
We
am a
loved
bullshit
it.
artist, but not about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Cass opens up the door and then you step in.
Yep.
and-
Exactly.
right.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Well, the one with the key
Mm-hmm.
knows.
Yeah.
Knows.
Oh yeah.
So I would take her advice, whatever.
Yeah.
Wherever it is. Jack, go to Ukraine, get an AK,
Come
and
on. No.
protect
It's
your
never going to be
liberty.
Cass's advice.
No.
Protect our liberty. you
No.
know. I have no intention. Trust me. And some of my political viewpoints have
Let's get into it.
have changed a little bit because of some of the things you say eloquently that I can't deny.
Yeah.
Like really what's going on,
Yeah.
It's,
Sean's a
it's
rebel
just-
angel.
It's
Yeah.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just try to call it as it is, and I don't have a dog in the political race. I know they're all trying to fuck us. So.
We have a dog in the freedom race.
Yes, that very much so.
America.
That's why I'm more of a psychedelic advocate and big advocate for cannabis. I think not only should we have Medicare for all, but I think we should have cannabis for all.
Be the
You know?
president of your own government.
Yeah, become ungovernable by this thing, and which we're all going to start doing now.
Untaxable.
Untaxable. That's the Church of Chill.
Untaxable. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to the Church of Chill getting off to a proper start.
Yeah.
And it's going to
Yeah.
be ups and downs. But
Yeah.
the whole idea behind it, I know this, is to let anyone know that they are welcome. Buddhist, Muslim, Krishna,
Satanists.
Christians, Confucius,
Protestants.
all the masters that have
Yeah.
walked the earth. You guys have opened your hearts and your minds to what they're talking about.
They're all
And
the same thing, right?
The truth, all the same thing.
Yeah, they're just human embodiments of the truth.
Correct.
And they're able to live in alignment. And you pretty much like Jesus. You always look like a revolutionary if you're living in alignment with the truth. You
Yeah.
know, especially in capitalism. And
Yeah.
Jesus was a revolutionary. And
Yeah.
a lot of that gets taken away from them. A lot of that gets taken away from Bob Dylan and Bob Marley. And,
Yeah.
you know, these voices, we whitewash them.
Yeah.
Because their message, the truth, is too much. It's
Yeah.
too much. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're open to it all. I think everybody has that in them. Everyone. I mean, Mare and I were just talking about this week.
If
We all have Jesus.
their minds were open,
You are
it
Jesus.
could change some of our relatives, some of the relatives that we have, their minds.
Well, what you have to change their minds, and our relatives are like Fox News right wingers. I think the way
Yeah.
to change their mind is to not embody the exact thing that they've been programmed to hate, which is just a paint by numbers liberal.
Yeah.
You have to be higher than that. Then they'll listen to you, because
Yeah.
then you're speaking the truth,
Yeah.
not just the counterpoints you've been fed through the news.
Yeah.
So,
Or
yeah.
they'll listen to you when that one particular law they weren't in favor of passes,
Yeah.
and it affects their lives.
Well, yeah, of course. People have been voting against their own self-interests since
Yeah.
the beginning of all this stuff. So, yeah, there's a way to influence people, and there's a way to have people come to a higher place, but it's not by playing the games that have been laid out for us, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to see through it.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's good. It's a real pleasure to thank you for having me aboard here.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.
We just
Yeah.
wanted you to say hi real quick. And
Yeah. Hi, real quick.
yeah, we're going to have you, we'll have you on a more proper episode, but it just only felt right. We see you walking around in there. We know you want to have a smoke, so we're like, let's
Yeah.
get him in here,
Yeah.
you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. And book Mare for a reading.
Yeah, go listen to my music on SoundCloud too.
Yes, listen to
Mare the
Mare
Artist.
the Artist, Mare, the artist, on SoundCloud. Listen to her music, and book her for a reading before she gets completely booked up, because that will be a thing. And just keep us in your hearts. That's all we ask.
Hold
Sean,
it. Hold it.
if you really don't think that you're in my heart, I gotta tell you, we gotta sit down and talk.
Just keep us in your hearts.
But yeah, hold the torch, everybody,
Yes.
for the good timelines.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
the torch for people that can't.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's got to
Yeah.
get better. It's gonna get
And-
better.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Peace, love, and magic.
we've been, believe it or not, hard to say, and I don't know if I really mean it from the bottom of my heart, but
Okay.
but Erin, I know, was a blessing,
Yeah.
and Caitlin, who still exists, is a blessing.
Oh, of course. She keeps our family together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's been doing good. And I think that's a good thing to report, and a good thing
Yes.
to report from the best
Yeah.
timeline that we're having right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all together, and Katie's still here, and Katie's, I
So-
see her right there doing a puzzle.
Yeah, she's so compliant.
Yeah,
Like
she's an angel.
medication time, blood draw time.
Oh my God, the stuff
Yeah.
she has to go through medically. It's
Brain
insane.
surgery.
Yeah, she doesn't complain. She
No.
just does it.
No.
And she always has a smile on her face. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's an angel.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. We
Oh,
got it.
you're welcome. Thank you for having
Love you
me.
guys.
Peace, love, and magic.
Ah.